So here is an introduction to calculators, and this here is the Windows calculators, and it has different formats when you click at this open navigation key. Clicking on that, we have different types of calculators that you can explore. One here is standard, another one here is scientific, where we have access to other functions alongside trigonometric ratios and also other functions like log or exponent or in functions. And next here is from scientific to graphing calculator, where now you can actually see what is happening when you input a function or an expression using the following information tabs right here. And next here is programmer, where we don't really need to use this for our specific level, but as you move up to higher levels, you're going to be exploring more of this, alongside date calculator, where you can actually make use of this. Other notable mentions are converters, where we have different units that represent a specific quantity, and you can convert from one unit to another unit within the same quantity. And so heading to our calculator, which is standard, how is this going to be used when it comes to inputting information? Like, for example, just one example here where we're going to have 36.4 minus 13.1 parentheses negative 3.56. So in order for you to input this information into your calculator, in here, usually when we begin, it begins with standard, but what we notice here is that we can't see any brackets or parentheses. So therefore, instead of using standard, you can switch over to scientific, and you can now input the information because now we have access to our parentheses. So first is we're going to type in 36.4, and take note that this here is minus, therefore you're going to use the minus sign, and that is what we see right here in terms of how you're building your specific expression. And then the next part is we're going to type in our 13.1, which is as shown right here. And next step is we're going to include our parentheses, which is the open bracket. And once you do that, you see a 1, which means that that is the first bracket you're opening, and this is where you're going to input the negative number here. Now, to input negative number, don't put in the negative sign first. Rather, type in the information, which is the number, which is 3.56, and then use this small negative sign that is with the positive. And once you use that, then we have included our number to have the negative sign. Therefore, once we do that, we close the bracket, and once we have now is the 1 disappears, which means that we have completed the use of our parentheses. And what we see here is that, of course, our negative 13.1 is multiplied by negative 3.56, which is shown right here. And therefore, once we hit our equal sign, we have our answer to be, in this case, 83.036 on your calculator. On our next video, we're going to look at how to approximate number and also recognizing significant digits.